Good morning and welcome to another edition of Monday Morning Messages. I want to first start by saying that I believe that last week was a productive week. We were able to get through some things, obviously, when we start thinking about testing with our ninth, and now we're going to start our Scantron Performance Series with our 10th grade students. I will encourage all teachers who teach 10th grade students to please talk with your students about the importance of doing well on this assessment. We do know that it is going to be a part of the A through F report card, so therefore it's going to be critically important that our students perform well. As that data certainly is being turned around to you, then you have the opportunity to see these areas of deficit and things that we need to work on as a department and most importantly as a school. I did have the opportunity to finish up the ASIP, which is our continuous improvement plan. Thank you if you certainly worked on that with us as a member of the SILT team. Certainly want to turn that back around to you once it is approved by central office. Last Monday I sent I would say an emphatic Monday morning message in respect to what we're doing in an effort to help our students. And what I want to, I guess, try to communicate to you in a very humble but very passionate way is, folks, that you have the opportunity every single day to make an impact in a student's lives, more importantly, the students that you see in your classroom. And what I'm asking you to do is reach beyond what you feel perhaps maybe that student can do and really stretch his or her if you will, academic, aptitude of being able to discern what it is that you're trying to disseminate to them. Basically, it's called taking ownership of that child. Teacher efficacy has been over and over and over again by researchers the number one determinant of student achievement. I'll repeat that. Teacher efficacy is the number one determinant of success of your students academically in that classroom. So it's your belief systems, what you feel about your students will determine their success. Now, of course, we know there are some other contributing factors, et cetera, but the number one thing that determines is you, teacher efficacy. Think about that. Quality assignments. Critically important that your assignments, as I made mention, are quality. Certainly we want to scaffold those assignments and make sure that we're teaching, of course, to the standard, but those pedagogical practices that you have embedded in those lessons will be the perhaps swing whether the student got it or whether the student didn't really understand. And that's when we go right to our Tier 2 and our Tier 3 interventions. Speaking of Tier 2, Tier 3 interventions, a week from today, we are going to have prep staff, and I am going to require that you have that documentation on all students that are currently failing your course. There are no excuses. Just like you tell students, there are no excuses when you didn't do what you were supposed to do. I'm saying the same thing. When you get to that prep staff, I want to see your documentation of where we've met with parents. We've either contacted them via email or phone, and we've actually been able to speak with someone. We've met with Ms. Gallimore. We have completed the template that she has set out. We have met with Ms. Tyus, Mr. Cofield, or myself. But folks, we're going to meet the needs of our students. Now, whether or not they take what we're giving, that's a different conversation, but at least we can provide documentation that we're doing everything within our power to make those students in our classes successful. Real change engines, that's what you are, we hope. That we're providing quality change in those classrooms. And the only way we're going to have that to take place is if we're keeping the main thing the main thing. We can't be flip-flopping all over the place. One minute we're doing this, one minute we're doing that. We're all over the place. There's no consistency. Folks, you have to be consistent in what you say and what you do. Be consistent in what you articulate to the students and hold each student, meaning everyone, accountable for their behavior, their academic achievements, etc., etc. Hold everyone accountable. Countdown to college is going to be tomorrow, 6 o'clock. We ask that you encourage all your students, and maybe you want to send a blast, however that you communicate with your parents, to make sure that they understand that college is a great opportunity. And in fact, there's an opportunity for our parents and students to learn a great deal more about what, not only in this state, but also outside this state, what colleges and universities are offering in terms of everything from FAFSA, scholarships, how to even apply, etc. All of those things we take for granted that our students and parents know. They may not. It's up to us to encourage them to get to the information so they'll have it and they can own it, and then therefore our students can hopefully be benefactors as they apply for these scholarships, and then more importantly apply for respective colleges and universities. This Friday is going to be a professional development without students. We are bringing our folks from College Admissions Made Possible. Certainly the ACT data that you received that our students took on the 9th, 10th, and 11th, we are going to have a representative or representatives from College Admissions Made Possible here to explain the data and, more importantly, provide very helpful strategies and methodologies you can use, very practical methodologies you can use in the classroom to really help to drive the ACT. Certainly we know that that is also going to be a part of the A through F report card. And then also, as we look at our Scan Trial Performance Series, we're going to look and determine when the students first took the assessment, and then of course the mid, and then of course the ending for the 9th grade. We do know that the 10th graders will take it twice, and the 9th grade, as I made mention, will take it 3 times. So that gives us a better opportunity to understand what is being taught, is if in fact the students are gaining mastery of those standards. I would encourage you to continue to work hard. We know that Thanksgiving is right around the corner, and it's going to be critically important that we work hard to make sure that our students do well prior to the Thanksgiving break. We know after the Thanksgiving break, then from there, it's a lot of trying to, I won't say cram, but make sure that we get in what we need to get in an effort to make sure that those students are prepared for those end of course assessments. That being said, if there's anything that you have questions about, please feel free to come by. Let's have a conversation. Administration, as always, are going to be available for all of our teachers and also students. That being said, here at Pitts Valley High School, we will continue to promote achievement, respect, and success. And we do wish you a productive day and week as well.